Hi everyone, welcome back to this week. We're still working on intensity, so we're gonna start class, like I had said, with our student creed. And remember, what I'm looking for is for you to have a physical example of your seriousness. I wanna see your awesome stances, when you throw in those moves looking like it's hitting something, and when you're saying the words, you say it like you mean it. All right? Let's see if you can do your student creed more intense than me. All right. I'm a dedicated martial artist. Student creed begin. Yeah, I must develop myself in a positive manner and avoid anything that could reduce my mental growth or physical health. 2. Yeah, I must develop self-discipline in order to bring out the best in myself and others. 3. Yeah, I must use common sense before self-defense and never be abusive or offensive. 4. Yeah, winners never quit, quitters never win. I choose to be a winner. And 5, yeah, this is a black belt school. We are dedicated. We are motivated. We are on a quest to be our best. Asa. Ready, set, courtesy. Warm-up time. Today we're doing 2 new yoga poses. So as mentioned before, since we're working on anger management this month, and it's always good to do some stretching, I'm gonna start each class with some yoga moves. So today, last video you learned the butterfly stretch and downward dog. Today we're gonna learn the upward dog and child's pose. All right, so we're gonna go down, we're gonna start on all fours. So go ahead, do this with me. All fours like this. Quiz from last time. Let's go to up to downward dog. Ready? So you're gonna put your feet on the ground, push your butt in the air, and let your head dangle. So downward dog. You can pedal it out again. And to do upward dog, what you're gonna do is you're gonna bring your chest down. Don't touch the ground though. And then put the tops of your feet on the ground and push your chest towards the front. So down, tops of the feet are on the ground now. My arms are nice and straight and my chest is up. You can move back and forth if you want a little bit. Gives you a good stretch all throughout the chest. Really push into the floor at the bottom of those feet. From upward dog, we're gonna transition right to child's pose. So you can bring your knees up underneath your hips so that you're on all fours. I'll move forward so you can see a little better. And put your feet together. What you're gonna do is you're gonna push your butt back. Your hands stay far out. You're gonna keep pushing your butt back and reach forward with your hands. All right, this is called child's pose. Again, you can move around if you need to get a better stretch. Try to push that butt back as far as you can and reach those arms as far as you can. We're gonna stay here for 3 big breaths. Let's do 3 big breaths together. Ready? 1, 2. Let me hear that big breath. Last 1, 3. Nice job. You can come on up. So those were our 2 new yoga moves for today. We're upward dog and child's pose. Now we're doing action karate form 1 with intensity. So, who could tell me what we're working on this month? What is it? You say it. Did you say intensity? Let's say that. Say it after me. Say intensity. Awesome. And then remember, intensity means a physical example of seriousness. So how we implement that in the form is when you're doing your moves in your form, I don't want you to just go through the motions. All right, we're in month 4, so you've been practicing this form for a little while now. Since it's month 4 and we're working on intensity, I want to see the target every single time you do a move in your form. All right, so in order for you to be able to see the target, I'm going to teach you what exactly we're doing with our moves, all right? So let's do this action karate form 1, bow, we get into a guard stance. All right, so the first move is a back fist. So you do back fist just like this. I'm gonna get closer actually so you can see. When we do our back fist, we're pointing our elbow, all right, that's our hand technique chamber, at the bad person, and we're coming out just like this. We're taking this part of our hand and we're hitting it into someone. Specifically this part of your head, it's called your temple. I want you to touch that for me. Everybody touch your temple. Feel it's kind of soft versus up here on your head it's hard, like you can feel your skull. Here it's a little softer. So you're taking this part of your hand, your back of your fist, pointing your elbow at their temple, and you're hitting them in the temple. All right, you can tell that I'm hitting in the temple because if you brought my hand back, it's right at my temple. So that's how you should throw your technique. So that's what you're doing. You're hitting them in the head. That'll likely cause them to bring their head down a little bit. So then your next move is you're turning and you're punching. Right, you could be punching them in the head, or you could be punching them in the solar plexus, which is right where your ribs kind of come together at the bottom there. You're punching them like that. The next move, again, since they're bent over, you're doing a roundhouse kick. So you're roundhouse kicking them in the head. So you're gonna do roundhouse kick. I almost fell a little bit. The ground is uneven. But again, roundhouse kick. And now we want them to fall down. We want them really to get out of the way. So you're gonna do slide up, side kick. All right, now they're almost falling over, so we're gonna do a back fist again to the other side of their head. And then our finishing move, because they're really stumbling back at this point, we're gonna kneel down and punch them. And so you can visualize that all happening. Once you kneel down and punch, now they're on the ground. You have defeated the bad person. All right, so one more time again, you're in your guard stance. Back fist them to the temple. You're gonna punch them either in the head or the solar plexus. Roundhouse kick them in the head. Slide up side kick them so they're almost falling down. Back fist the other side of their head. Finishing move, kneel down and punch. All right, and make sure that's a vertical punch. I don't know if you could see like that, all right? So we're gonna practice action karate form 1 a few times. And I want you to be thinking about that happening so that you can show intensity, all right? You got this. All right, do this with me. And remember, we're doing it like someone's attacking us. Action karate form 1, ma'am. Guard stance, ayah. 1, ayah. 2, 3, 4, 5, ayah. And we're gonna stop right there for today. So I want you to really focus and visualize that part of the self-defense. You can really focus and visualize that attack. Or that part of the form. All forms are really self-defense. So you can visualize that attack. Now I'm gonna say go, and kind of like our form is a self-defense, I want you to go all the way through to the end and then freeze in your most mean, serious face at the end, all right? So do this with me. Feet together, hands by your side. Action karate form 1, ma'am. Guard stance. Go. Ayah, ayah, ayah. Ayah, ayah, ayah. And we're gonna do show. McCoy's action karate man. Nice job. So now I'm gonna give you an opportunity to really visualize hitting something. So we're gonna do Fruit Ninja, and during the Fruit Ninja, you're gonna hear me call out a move. I might say back fist. You could pick which hand, because in the form we do back fist on both sides. So you could back fist the fruit. But the point is that you want to show that physical example of seriousness. So you're throwing that back fist like you're actually hitting somebody versus just placing it out there. Same thing, I might call out roundhouse kick. So we kick with this leg, our back leg in our form. So you would want to roundhouse kick the fruit, again, with seriousness. Same thing if I call out side kick. That leg we side kick in their form, side kick the fruit. I might say punch. You want to use your hand that we use in the form, punch. Or if the fruit is real down low, you might want to kneel down punch. All right, so listen for the moves I'm going to say from the form, and you're going to use that to attack the fruit in Fruit Ninja. Ready to be ninjas? Let's go.
Back fist. Back fist. Punch. Punch. Back fist. Roundhouse kick. Roundhouse kick. Back fist. Punch. back fist, punch, punch, punch. Side kick, back fist, punch, punch, back fist, punch. Side kick, roundhouse kick, punch, back fist, back fist. Side kick, punch.
Together, hands by your side.
Now's your last chance to have more intensity than me. We're going to do the form one more time, and I want you to have as much intensity as you possibly can. Really hit those targets with every move.
Action karate form 1, ma'am. Guard stance. Go. And we're going to do show. McCoy's action karate man. Nice job.
Now we are going to work on our self-defense.
Okay, so for our self-defense, your goal is to have more intensity than me. So again, some ways that you can show intensity, show that physical seriousness, is by having a mean face, loud kios, and making it look like you're actually hitting something. This is especially important with self-defense because if someone attacks you in real life, hopefully that never happens, but if it does, how we practice is how we're going to perform in that moment. So if we're always practicing just going through the steps of self-defenses, all right, we're going to perform that way, potentially if we have to. So you want to practice like you perform and really show that intensity. So let's see if you can have more intensity than me. We're going to do overhead club self-defense. It's important for you to know the names of your self-defenses, so repeat that after me. Say overhead club self-defense. Say overhead club self-defense. Awesome. All right, your goal is to have more intensity than me. Hands up, what do you say? I don't want any trouble. Go. And show McCoy's action karate man.
Did you have more intensity than I did? We're going to do this one more time. Now's your time to try and beat me. Give it everything you have.
What do you say? I don't want any trouble. Go. All right, so same thing. You want to show more intensity than me in your trap wrap around self-defense. And again, it's important to remember the names of the self-defenses. So this one is called trap wrap around. Say that after me. Say trap wrap around. Good. Say trap wrap around self-defense. You got it. So if anyone ever says that during a test, that's what this is. Let's do this together. Hands up, what do you say? I don't want any trouble. Go. Hus, 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 hus. Aya! And show McCoy's action karate man.
Did you have more intensity than I did? We're going to do this one more time. Now's your time to try and beat me. Give it everything you have.
I don't want any trouble. Go. Hus, 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 hus. Aya!
You have greatness within you. Awesome work on those self-defenses. I would love it if you paused the video and got your adult. Ask them to record you doing your most intense self-defense. Send them to the email for McCoy's Action Karate or put them in the video underneath or in the comment section underneath this video. I would love to highlight some awesome intensity that I'm seeing you all do.
So similar to last week's video, for our technique of the month, which is star block set, you are going to do the move that I call out. So if I say in block, you can pick which hand you want to do it with. You're going to do in. All right, same thing. If it's the other side, it would be in. Out block, same thing. Out, out. Whichever you would like to do. But you're going to hear music playing, and then when my voice comes on and says one of those moves, that's what you're going to do. So you're going to stay in your horse stance the whole time. Get these legs nice and strong. And again, we'll do it together one time before we go into that drill. But that's what I'm looking for, all right? So let's do this together. Get into horse stance if you're not here. And we're gonna do star block set. Ready? Go. Up, in, out, touch, down, back, push down. Together? All right, let's get it.
Make sure you're in that low horse stance. Up, in, up, out, up, in, out, touch, down, in, out, touch, down, back, push down, touch, down, back, push down, up, in, out, touch, down, back, push down. Time to practice our nunchucks.
So sticking with the theme of intensity and remembering that our weapon is something to respect, it's something that we use to help defend ourselves if we need. I'm going to teach you another application of one of our moves. The move seems a little more like a trick, but you're actually hitting something. All right, so you're going to have the nunchuck in one hand, holding up by the chain or by the string as always. Bring it up to your shoulder. This move is called a triangle whip. So triangle whip looks like this. And that looks like a cool trick. But what you're actually doing is when you're bringing the chuck here, you're hitting someone across their chest, across their face, something like that to stop them from attacking you. All right? Then same thing, you're hitting across, you're hitting somebody in front of you, and then you're resetting. All right, so you hit, reset. So that's just another way you could think about when you're doing your nunchucks, how you could show intensity in your nunchuck form. All right, so maybe you're not, reaching far out like this. You can still have it close to you, but just remember that you're hitting targets with these moves. All right, so let's do this together. We're gonna start in greeting stance. All right, get into a horse stance. Bring it over to one shoulder. We're gonna do 3 triangle whips. Ready? Go. 1, 2, 3. Awesome. Now what I want you to do is you're gonna do your most intense triangle whip. On the count of 3, I want your most intense triangle whip. Ready? 1, 2, 3, go. Were you as intense as you could be? Let's practice on that other side. So greeting stance, get into a horse stance, bring it to the other side. 3 triangle whips. Go. 1, 2, 3. And feet together. Nice work.
So now's your chance to practice your nunchuck greatness. I'm going to throw on some music and you can practice your nunchucks with as much intensity as you can. Remember, if you're practicing in the house, to be careful and in general, always respect the weapon. The 2 moves that you can do in your nunchuck greatness performance is your figure 8 and your triangle whip. You can also, bring it up to your shoulder and start and end in greeting stance as well. We're going to throw some music on and let's see what you got. We are on to Black Belt Lifestyle Alert. We are talking about anger management. So remember that the Black Belt lifestyle skill this month is anger management. Now, anger is an emotion that everyone will feel at some point in their lifetime. It's totally normal, and it's how we react to it that's important, and there's a difference between acting like a black belt and someone who's not a black belt. So last video, if you got the chance to watch it, we talked about how the key to anger is understanding. We have to understand where our anger is coming from. Why are we feeling that way? And also take that next step to understand why someone may be reacting a certain way. Why is someone doing something, or why did something happen that is causing my anger? So always asking why when it comes to our emotions, specifically our anger. As I said last time, I shared a story about a time that made me angry. I'm going to share with you some stories about things that might in general make you feel angry. So I want you to think about, is this something that would make me feel angry, and how you might respond to it? Then I want you to pick one of these things, get your adult, and talk about it with them. Talk about why, if you got angry, why would that have made you angry, and how could you react to it in a positive way instead of, throwing a tantrum, yelling, or doing something that could get you in trouble. All right, so here are your situations that you can pick from. One is your alarm clock doesn't go off, so you're going to be late for school. 2 is you're playing basketball and you get called for a foul that you didn't commit. 3 is your friend forgets to meet you for lunch. 4 is your parents say that you cannot spend the night at a friend's house because it's a school night. And 5, you lose a sparring match at a tournament. So think about one of those situations, which one might make you feel angry. And again, that's totally normal if to feel anger. Talk to your adult about it and talk about why you feel angry, why that situation might be happening, and what you would do to react in a positive way. All right? Go get your adult and have at it. And that's the end of our video for today. So I want to thank you for working really hard and paying attention. I hope that you have a great rest of your day and a great weekend, and I will see you next week.